What is up, guys? I got a little bit of a different video here for you today. Instead of a model review, I'm trying to figure out what's the best type of glue to use on these metal models. What I've been using a lot is this Loctite Super Glue, which it holds really well, but it leaves a foggy haze on the metal. We'll end up using it and you'll see what I'm talking about. You probably already know if you build these models and have tried it. So it's not really the one I want to continue using. I'd like to find something that don't put a haze on the metal like that does. But we're going to use it here and show you what it does in case you haven't seen it. I've got a lot of these cheap models that I bought off Temu or somewhere like that, that is just, you know, like a Chinese cheap brand. So I tried to find one with some little pieces here that I could we could put in place and see what glue holds them. The plan is to put them in place and not even twist or fold the tabs. I'm just going to put them in place and glue the back of the tabs, and we're going to see which one holds the best, see if one's flexible, which one's hard, and see which one comes out the best, you know, without any haze. Or what we're looking for is something that holds good and that stays clear. And you know, the super glue, the reason it puts a haze on there is because it's chemicals. The chemicals combined and, you know, create that haze. So I went and got some JB Weld. This is epoxy, quick setting epoxy. It's clear, 2 different tubes. You know, you mix the 2 tubes up, and it's also chemical. So that'll be neat to see if this puts a haze on it also. I'm guessing it might, but we'll come to find out. This is some different E6000 here. I think this is a type of epoxy also, but I picked this up at Hobby Lobby. That was the first one that I wanted to try, and then I thought about it. I started talking to some people on Reddit and stuff and started getting some better product. I think this is the one I'm really curious about, is the UV light glue. This is something that I've heard about that people have had a lot of luck with, so we've got that also. And then I found some metal glue on Amazon. I don't know what it is. It might be some type of super glue. It says fast curing, so I just picked it up to, you know, try something different. So we got 5 different products here that we're going to try, and we'll see how it turns out. Like I said, my plan is to glue them little tiny pieces, just put them in the slots, glue the back of the tabs, hold them there until it's dry, and I'm going to let it cure for 24 or 48 hours, and we'll come back and see how it does. I might also take some pieces and, you know, lay them down at a 90-degree angle on metal. So, you know, metal on the bottom, then a 90-degree angle, another piece of metal, glue it. That way we can take and bend it with our hands and stuff, see what one does the best with that type of gluing. But yeah, I'll get this done and we'll be back with you. We'll see how it goes. All right, I got them all glued up. I got the product laid out under each pieces that I glued. I did 2 different gluings of each product. I did a 90-degree wall. So just one piece and then another flat piece slapped on the bottom. No tabs at all. There's no tabs inserted in holes. It's just piece on piece. And then I also done a piece with tabs inserted, and it's just got 2 tabs, just 2 tabs inserted. I didn't fold the tabs. I didn't twist the tabs. I inserted them and just dabbed them with some glue. The only thing that's different out of all these is the one with 2 tabs inserted. For the strong metal glue, I had to use a different piece. It's still got 2 tabs inserted. It's just a different piece. So it should be about the same. I wanted to try to keep everything the same if I could. But I only had four pieces like this. So I had to go with a different piece for the strong metal glue. But, yeah, that's about it. Everything is pretty much the same. I'll come back in 2 days because these have all got different cure times. The epoxy, I'm pretty sure the epoxy, well, I threw the box away, so I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it said 48 hours. So we'll give it 48 hours. We'll come back here, look at them. We'll see what they look like. We'll mess with them. We'll apply some pressure to them, bend them and stuff. See which ones are pliable. See which ones are hard. We'll see which ones hold the best and which ones look the best. Okay, it's been 48 hours since we've initially glued these pieces together. So I think what we'll first do is just take a look at all of them and see what they look like. See how the glue set on them, and if it, you know, had any, if it either dried clear or it dried with a haze or any of these elements here. We're going to start with the Loctite Super Glue. Any super glue is going to be, you know, similar. So, I mean, you use a super glue, this is probably going to be your outcome. But we have got hazing, a lot of fogged up metal, and you can see with this one also a lot of fogged up metal. The hold seems to be pretty good. It's hard. The Loctite, the initial gluing process it's actually pretty good. It takes just you know, holding the part in place for, I don't know, maybe 20 seconds, maybe blowing on it a little bit. So this ain't too bad, the initial gluing. Next we'll do the UV light glue. I don't know about brands. This is the brand that I got, and I'll tell you what, this stuff, it looks good. Look at that. There's no hazing. Clear. The hold seems to be pretty tight. Looks way better than the super glue without that fogging on the metal. And the initial gluing process of this one was by far the best. I mean, you put it on there, you get your little light, you make sure your piece is in place, you hit it with the light for, I don't know, I did it for 10-15 seconds, and it is hard. I mean, it was the most pleasurable gluing process was this one right here, and it looks really good so far. This E6000, this stuff looks pretty good. There ain't no hazing on it. Come on. There we go. There ain't no hazing. It's kind of stringy though. The initial gluing process of this, it wasn't too awful. It wasn't as good as super glue though. It took a little bit longer, and it's real stringy. Almost like a hot glue gun or something. Now we're to the JB Weld Epoxy, the two different tubes that mix together. This stuff, it don't look too bad. It didn't have any fogging or hazing, and I thought it would, but it does not. It looks pretty decent. I get the camera to focus there. Yeah, it looks pretty decent. This stuff was by far the worst on the initial gluing process. It was horrible. I didn't enjoy doing it at all. It took forever to get that stuff to set to where you could actually let go of it. I mean, it just wanted to flop over. I actually had to, with this piece, I had to, the 90-degree wall piece, whoops. I had to lay something up against that wall to hold it up while it dried because it took so long to dry. Okay, and the strong metal glue, I'm pretty sure this is a type of super glue. The hazing's even worse than the Loctite. It's way worse. Looks awful. It was pretty much like the super glue over there. I mean, the initial gluing process was not bad. You know, you held it on there for about 20-30 seconds and it you could let go of it. So let's do a little bit of testing here with the walls. We'll start with the Loctite one. I've worked mechanics a pretty good bit, so I can put about the same pressure on these parts. But let's just see here. I mean, that's pretty good. Look at that. I mean, that's holding really good. Let's see. Okay, well that tells you, I mean, the metal fold over before the glue bond breaks. I mean, that's a strong bond. So super glue did really well with the bond. Let's look at the UV glue. Man, that looks so good. All right, hopefully it does good. Look at that bend in it. I mean, folded right over. The UV glue is really strong also, so very strong bond there with the 90-degree wall. Here's the E6000. It looks a little bit more flimsy, like it's more soft. You can see it. It's not as hard of a cure. Let's see, it'd probably twist off there if I, yeah, see. It's just more pliable. It's not as hard of a cure as these ones. Because I mean, here's back with the UV glue. This is the UV glue one. I mean, I tried twisting that. Look at that. I mean, look at that. That is nice. Same thing with the super glue here. I mean, it's just stuck there. Really nice. It ain't pulling off at all. Okay, let's check out the JB Weld, the mixing up of the two different chemicals here, epoxy. That's actually pretty good. It's better than what I thought. It bends right over. Try twisting it. Like ripping the metal. That's a strong bond too. That epoxy is a real strong bond. and the metal glue. It's pretty much just like, ooh, looky there. Look at that. Yeah. And that's supposed to be made for metal, so that's a no-go on that one. Okay, and here's the tabs. Just take a look at them, try to pry them out there, see if it holds. That folded that metal right up when I tried pulling it out. I mean, it ain't gonna come. Those tabs are stuck in there. Super glue holds the tabs nice. Let's check out the UV glue. Oh. Same thing, holding in there real nice. The E6000. Pretty sure this is some type of epoxy and it pulled right out. The JB Weld. Oh. Okay, after I pulled on a pretty decent amount there, it popped out. So the JB Weld did come out. It was way more reluctant than the E6000. And here's that metal glue. It's holding pretty good. Yeah, those stay in there pretty good. All right. So I guess the overview of all this is these two. Any type of super glue is going to haze your metal. So in my opinion, they hold really well, but if you're going for looks, these are out. The E6000, it's way too pliable. It don't hold good at all. The E6000's out for metal models. The epoxy, it looks good. It doesn't hold the best, and it is awful trying to apply this. You don't have no, I had to apply it with like a popsicle stick, so this is out also. And I mean, the clear winner here is the UV light glue. This stuff was an ease to apply. It took the least amount of time to dry on the part. It looks probably the best out of all these. The glue on it looks the best. Yeah, I mean, it's a no-brainer that this UV light glue is the way to go with these metal models, and this is what you need to buy. I don't know about this brand. This brand worked really good for me. Other brands might be, they might work well too. I'm not sure. This is the only one I bought, so. But yeah, I mean, there's your experiment on what type of glue you should use for these metal models.